For 3 generations, Sharps Furniture has been proud to serve Southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the US of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharps carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharps Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA. When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAd Productions. TimeAd Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this. There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Bankruptcy myths. Busted.
Bankruptcy is just another word for failure. It's for deadbeats.
The typical person filing for bankruptcy is 38, middle class, and educated. Over 90% of bankruptcies are traceable to job loss, illness, or divorce, factors largely out of anyone's control.
Myth. Busted. Bankruptcy myths. Busted. Brought to you by Foster Law Offices. Call today to schedule a free consultation and sleep better tonight.
Welcome back to the PAC Sports Network. Nick Farrell along with my associate Justin Piles and camera person Kate Edwards. Waynesburg University leading W&J 40-39. We're a couple of minutes away from halftime. Before we get into some stats and notes, a special thank you to some of the folks out at Waynesburg University and the Waynesburg University Sports Network for putting together our halftime feature for the women's and men's games tonight. Special thanks goes out to Craig Milko, who edited the video, as well as Alfonso Ferrari and Andrew Stenko, who put together the script for it, as well as Bill Molson, the executive producer over at the Waynesburg University Sports Network. Thank all you gentlemen, and great work on it.
And that'll be available on our blog, on our PAC Sports Network blog. If you didn't get a chance to see it at either halftime, pacsportsnetwork.blogspot.com. It's also can be accessed by just clicking the blog link, since it's a rather long link. Just click the blog link on the pacstream.net website. Go right there. You can see our player of the game videos, our features from the entire season, and other thoughts from myself, Kat Guyon, and Randy Gore as we travel around the PAC. Also like to apologize for the first half if you guys out there having a little bit of difficulty seeing us or hearing us. We got some tweets in, and hopefully we have that issue resolved, and we're good to go in the second half, Nick Farrell. So hopefully this one-point game, we got smooth sailing from here on out.
Hopefully it's sure to be a good conclusion to this, the 100th meeting between Washington and Jefferson and Waynesburg. Quick look at the score sheet so far. Leading all scorers is Jacob Flegel with 10 points. Then there's Nate Belheim with 9 for the Presidents. He started out red hot with 7 quick points, and he shoots the basketball so effortlessly and is just so hard to defend. Other interesting points, not very many turnovers so far in this contest. Only 5 for W&J only 2 for Waynesburg. And that's a big difference from the Yellow Jackets game against Thomas More, when the team committed 11 turnovers in the first 13 minutes of the game, out turning the ball over more times than they scored. At one point, it was 10 turnovers to 9 points through 13 minutes. That has greatly changed, as has Waynesburg's ability to shoot the three-point shot. Currently 5 of 11, nearly 50%, much improved from that game against Thomas More. Also shooting the ball relatively well is W&J from beyond the arc, 3 of 9, a pretty solid percentage. Also 6 of 7 from the free throw line.
Well, you broke down all the stats, but to me the story is in the bottom right corner of that stat sheet. Lead changed 9 times. It's been back and forth the entire way, and we're expecting another second half like this. Been kind of a nail biter. You don't usually use the words nail biter in the first half of games, but it's really been like that, tooth and nail the entire way so far, and hopefully another good half here as W&J starts out with the ball and immediately have a foul. Looks like Probst maybe.
Will be Probst against Belhai. Jason Probst committing his second personal, first team foul of the half. 9 seconds into the second half here on the PAC Sports Network. The W&J women defeated Waynesburg by 8 in the first game of this doubleheader. The last time these two men's teams met, Waynesburg won 75-69, led by as many as 22 points in the second half. This game doesn't have any indication that it's going to end that way. A tip-in by Mike Resnick gives him 10 points, and W&J up 1.
And another lead change, make that 10 now in the game.
The score has also been tied 3 times so far in this contest. 19-20 left in the game. E.J. Coleman with the basketball.
Looks like that student section across the way is about half of what it was. Maybe some people are at the concession stand, or maybe they have early classes tomorrow.
Luco along 2 is good with 19 minutes left, and Waynesburg back up by 1.
Byron Luco, those mid-range jump shots seem to always work for him. He's always able to find some space, make some space himself if none is there, and knocks down the open jumper.
Luco, not just a hoopster, also a member of the Waynesburg track and field team, a 2-time national qualifier in the 400-meter hurdles.
Is that good?
That's fantastic. I know I can't even hurdle anything, let alone run 400 meters. That's fantastic for Luco. And Flegel hits a 3. Great shot by him. 4-point lead for the Jackets. 13 now for Flegel. He leads all scorers. 18.5 minutes to go. Good defense applied by Luco. Now it's Probst against Belhai, W&J's leading scorer thus far.
You've seen a bunch of different bodies on Belhai. Saw Labashak on him. Now it's Probst. We've seen Flegel a couple times.
Resnick fouls as he drives to the basket. It will be a floor foul called against Luco. Second team foul, also second personal for Luco. And fourth-year head coach Mark Christner calls a 30-second timeout.
Well, we'll take a look at some other scores around the PAC with this timeout. Bethany leading Westminster 42-31. That game 16:58 to go second half. So Titans starting to fade a little bit, but hanging around. St. Vincent, this was just a 2-point game at halftime. St. Vincent has opened up a 5-point lead at Teal, 50-45, 13 minutes to go there. And last I checked, Thomas More was leading Geneva. I'll try and find a score on that game momentarily, but some good tight games around the PAC here tonight. We got one here.
A meaningful game as well, this one is, because W&J, currently situated in 4th in the conference, could hang on to that 4th place spot with a victory tonight. Waynesburg still trying to crack that top 4. It's currently in 6th right now. Doug Johnson misses a 3-point shot, and here comes Kenny Clace up the floor.
Yeah, I was looking for that final there, or that score, and now it's final. Thomas More 81, Geneva 71. So the Saints again picking up another conference win, moving to 9-2 in the conference. They're right there neck and neck with Bethany for the time being.
Some quick passing by the Jackets results in a foul. Jason Probst will go to the line to shoot 2. Clock stopped with 17:55 to go, and the Jackets up 4. Probst currently has 6 points tonight. This is his first trip to the free throw line. He makes the first one. On the court now for Waynesburg, E.J. Coleman, Byron Luco, Jacob Flegel, Kenny Clace, and Jason Probst, who just connected on the second of 2, 47-41 with under 18 to go. Johnson with it, working against Coleman. Plenty of time for the offense to set up as Resnick has it. Kicks it inside, a beautiful pass inside to Tyler Haas. 9 points for Haas now. 17:30 to go, W&J down 4. Waynesburg with some good passing around the perimeter. Flegel slashes through, finds Probst. That one dances around the rim and falls. And Probst now with 10, giving Waynesburg another 6-point lead. It's Martin with it on the far side. Belhai heaves one, misses. Resnick grabs it and finishes. Resnick now leads the Presidents in scoring tonight with 12. 49-45 with 17 minutes to go. Luco, great pass across to Probst. He just hit from there. He hits again. 12 points for Jason Probst.
After a little bit of a drought from both sides, each team hitting and hitting quickly.
16:40 left. 51-45 is your score. Waynesburg up 6. Another great pass inside, this time from Haas to his teammate Martin, and then Belhai finishes off the glass. 11 for Belhai, back to a 4-point game. W&J held the lead at 1 point in the second half. Waynesburg able to find a little bit of space in the recent minutes as Luco pulls up, then gives it to Probst. Can he hit 3 in a row? No, that one spins out. And now W&J a chance to make it a one-possession game again here with 16:06 to go. Great hesitation dribble by Haas. He almost loses it, finds Doug Johnson. Jump stop. Layup, no good, but a foul. That one almost went down for Johnson, who will go to the line to shoot 2.
And he's the guy W&J would like to get rolling, Doug Johnson, especially from the outside. He's one of their 2 main outside threats along with Nate Belhai. Belhai with 11 points, Doug Johnson just 3 points, although a chance to add to that total here.
Jacob Flegel committed his second personal, Waynesburg's 3rd team foul, sending Johnson to the line. He makes the first. Checking out for Waynesburg is Clace, entering is Ellis. Out for W&J, Martin. And in, Ruben Goldstein.
Now hopefully this doesn't lead to a huge slop fest down the stretch here, but just 7 turnovers between the 2 teams. W&J 5, Waynesburg 2. Very clean, very good basketball game. I wasn't making it up. This has been a fun game to watch.
And not a single turnover through the first 4 minutes of the second half as well. Johnson makes the second. Also in for Waynesburg is Christian Caroli. 2-point game now, W&J trails. Waynesburg hoping to build on its lead here as Durham attempts a 3. That one off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Flegel and put back. Flegel now, 15 points. A 4-point lead for Waynesburg.
A lot of Presidents just standing around. No one getting a body on Flegel. Able to fly in there and get the tip in.
Doug Johnson tiptoes on the sideline like a wide receiver in football to save that one. 20 seconds to shoot. 15:30 to play. Jay down by 4. Johnson setting it up for W&J, 10 to shoot. Finds Resnick, pulls up at the free throw line, it's good. Resnick answers Flegel right back. Flegel has 15, Resnick has 14, and it's a 2-point game again with over 15 left. Caroli to Flegel. Flegel slicing through the lane, finds Probst now in the corner. Probst kicks it to Durham. Durham to Caroli. He loves to shoot the 3, and he hits it. Christian Caroli, one of the top 3-point shooters in the PAC, even as a freshman this season, makes it 56-51 with 14:45 to go. Resnick inside to Johnson. Johnson kicks it out to Belhai. On the right wing, Belhai trying to go inside. He had Resnick, now kicks it back out to Ruben Goldstein. Ruben Goldstein working against Probst. Foul committed by either Probst or Caroli. It is Caroli who committed the foul. It's a floor foul, so W&J will take it out on the baseline left. 14:26 left in the game. W&J trails by 5. Substitution for the Jackets, Nate Labashak checking in. Out is Probst. Reset, inbound pass to Johnson. Fresh shot clock as well for the Presidents as Johnson splits through 3 defenders and finishes with the underhand layup.
Circus scoop shot by Doug Johnson on the right side. Very quickly back the other way. Thomas Ellis, strong take, picking up a foul. This one on Brett Ruben Goldstein, and it'll send Ellis to the line.
I believe that's Ruben Goldstein's first foul of the evening. Will send Ellis to the free throw line.
Waynesburg wasting no time going back down the court. Sorry if I stole your thunder there.
No, you didn't. That's totally fine, Justin. This is Ellis's first trip to the line. First free throw attempt up and good. Thomas Ellis, one of the top free throw shooters on the team, shooting 80%. Belhai and Resnick take a seat. Also taking a seat for the Jackets is Flegel. Entering for him is Tyler Miller, the 6'6" forward. Ellis's second of 2 is good. 14-12 remaining. The Jackets back up by 4. Haas has it now over to Ruben Goldstein. Back to Haas. 20 to shoot. Haas is fouled by Ellis. Ellis a little bit shocked about that one, stopping the clock with just under 14 minutes to play in the second half. Fresh shot clock for the Presidents, who try to sneak one into the key, but it's stolen by Ellis, who's taking it down the court himself. Ellis to Labashak, who looked inside, then kicked it out to E.J. Coleman. Labashak gives it right back to him. Miller sets the screen. Coleman doesn't use it. Gives it down to Ellis in the corner. 15 to shoot. Three-pointer no good. 13.5 minutes left now. Johnson over to Ruben Goldstein. And all the way around to Eric Holmes. Mitch Locker now. And Ruben Goldstein with it, 15 to shoot. Goldstein drives, puts up a floater, sits on the rim for a bit, then rolls off, and Miller rips the rebound, but steps out of bounds. It'll stay W&J ball. Student section coming alive after that mistake there by Tyler Miller. W&J benefiting here from an extra possession with 13:05 to go. Holmes looks at one. Rather, that's Nick Stone who drives and is then fouled inside and will go to the line for 2 with exactly 13 minutes left in the game. Foul committed by Tyler Miller, his first. Waynesburg has already racked up 16 fouls here in the first 7 minutes of the second half. W&J only 2 by comparison. Stone's first attempt, good.
And that's big, but even bigger with W&J at a deficit right now. You have to benefit from those free throw opportunities, potential free throw opportunities as soon as you get into bonus with the next Waynesburg foul.
For Waynesburg, Clace is in, Ellis is out. Stone 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. It's a 1-possession ball game now, with Waynesburg leading by 3. Coleman has it, cuts through and is fouled. Third team foul for W&J, committed by Mitch Locker. That's his third by my count. Place to bring it in, baseline left. Gives it to Labashak now. Coleman. Fresh shot clock for the Jackets. Miller working down low, tries to bank it home, but can't. It's rebounded by Ruben Goldstein and then given to Doug Johnson, 12:35 remaining. Johnson with it. Over to Locker. Locker inside to Stone. Stone trying to drive, finds the gap, kicks it to a teammate. That's all the way out to Eric Holmes. Johnson looks at a 3. He mishandles it. Tyler Miller grabs it and sends it up to E.J. Coleman, but Johnson is there to steal it away. There's a turnover, a couple of turnovers back-to-back there with 12 minutes to go as Mitch Locker connects on a long 2. 6 points for him, and it's a 1-point game. Just goes to show every possession is important, no matter how brief it is. An errant pass led to an easy bucket there for W&J. Coleman clapping for the ball, gets it. 17 to shoot. Labashak drives and draws a blocking foul. That's the 4th team foul against W&J. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 11:40 to play. I think the foul there was on Nick Stone. Miller checks out. Probst in. Actually, that one was on Eric Holmes, not Stone. That's his first personal. Fresh shot clock for the Jackets. As Clace has it, gives it to Coleman. Coleman looking inside. Lavashak trying to work inside, but isn't getting position against Holmes, so it's kicked back out to Clace. Now Caroli inside to Probst. Power dribble, puts up the turnaround shot off the front of the rim. Lavashak gets it after a tip. Fresh shot clock, 11:15 to go. Waynesburg up 1. Lavashak a long 2 from the elementary line, no good, rebounded by Stone. Here comes Stone, he wants to do it himself. He puts up the layup, no good, rebounded by Probst.
Strong rebound there. Jason Probst wasn't letting anybody else touch that basketball, pulled it down with authority. And I think I go inside to him here if I can.
E.J. Coleman does find Probst, and as he turns, he draws a blocking foul. This time it's against Ruben Goldstein, his second. 10:51 to go in the second half. Waynesburg has committed 16 fouls. W&J now committed 4. A couple of subs in for Waynesburg. Luco is one, Flegel the other. Out is Lavashak, out is Caroli. Also checking in Nate Belhigh for W&J, and exiting the game is Eric Holmes. Waynesburg has led for much of this second half, currently holds on to a 1-point lead in a game that features the 4th place team in the conference in W&J and the 6th place team in Waynesburg. Another blocking foul, this one likely on Nate Belhigh, and that's the 5th team foul for W&J. Make it 6th team foul, miscounting there. Both teams now 1 foul away from the penalty. Fresh set of 35 seconds on the shot clock, 10:40 to go in the contest. Probst with it. He gives it to Coleman. Coleman will set it up. 20 to shoot now for E.J. Coleman and the Yellow Jackets. Coleman working in, giving it back to Probst, and now Clace has it. Everyone around the perimeter right now for the Jackets. They reset, 10 to shoot. Probst with it. Coleman travels.
Saw that one coming, just to shuffle the feet a little bit. Couldn't quite grab that pass clean, and turnover to W&J. Mark Christner will call a timeout to try and calm down his Yellow Jackets.
Clock is stopped with 10:12 to go, and the score, Waynesburg 58, W&J 57. A full timeout called by Christner. We'll take a timeout as well here on the PAC Sports Network.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
Waynesburg clinging to a 1-point lead here at W&J. 58-57 is the score with just over 10 minutes to play here in the second half. Leading the scoring charge for the Yellow Jackets is Jacob Flegel with 15 points. On the other side, W&J has a couple of double-digit scorers in Mike Resnick with 14 and Nate Belhigh with 11. This is the 100th meeting between these two teams. Waynesburg looking for its first season sweep against W&J under head coach Mark Christner, who's in his 4th season. W&J needs a win tonight to stay in 4th place in the conference. The top 4 teams get a home playoff game in the first round. Missed chance by Doug Johnson. Now Jacob Flegel in transition. He misses and is fouled on his way down. Foul committed by Brett Ruben Goldstein. That's his 3rd personal. And now W&J is in the penalty, but because it was a shooting foul, Flegel will get 2 free throws here.
Free throws are going to be important down the stretch. Both teams shooting bonus free throws from here on out. Both teams pretty good from the line tonight. As I started to say that ball looked like it might rim out, but it'll drop for Flegel. Both teams very good from the line tonight. W&J 10 of 11. Waynesburg now 10 of 12 from the charity line.
Coleman checks out, Durham in. After getting a little help from the rim, Flegel a bit more assertive that time with the second free throw. 60-57 is the score, 9:50 to play. Flegel now 17 points for Waynesburg. It's Ruben Goldstein with it now. Belhi's trying to post up. Ruben Goldstein gets it to him. Triple team and a steal. Flegel poked it free. Clace grabbed it, but Flegel gets it back now. Luco has it. Ball fake. Right-handed layup is good. 5-point lead for the Jackets. 9:25 to go. 8 points now for the 6'1 junior from North Allegheny High School. Sure, Randy really enjoys having the opportunity to call games. Byram Luco plays in. Randy is an announcer for several North Allegheny sports, as well as with the PAC Sports Network. Thankful that he asked me to come out here and be a play-by-play announcer along with you tonight, Justin Piles.
Yeah, you get to see some good talent up at North Allegheny, and North Allegheny graduate's actually the PAC Player of the Week right now, as Mitch Locker knocks down the jumper. J.C. Howard's just on a fantastic tear shooting the three, 75% his last 2 games, including a game here on this court against the Presidents a week ago today.
About 8:40 to go as Flegel tries a three and strokes it. And the Waynesburg bench is coming alive, and rightfully so. Flegel has 20 points.
Yeah, big night for Jacob Flegel. He's not missed from 3-point yet tonight. 3 of 3.
Waynesburg led at halftime, is leading now 65-59. Missed attempt there by Mitch Locker. In the women's game, W&J led by 6 at the half and then wound up winning by 8. We'll see if we're in for a similar storyline here in the final 8 minutes of this contest. Durham has it, 20 seconds to shoot. Probst now, 18-footer, off the front of the rim and rebounded by Doug Johnson. We're now inside the final 8 minutes of this contest. 65-59 is the score. Ruben Goldstein trying to get it inside. He puts it on the floor and kicks it out to a teammate. That's Locker. And it's back to Ruben Goldstein. Now Belhi spots up for 3. That one's good. Nate Belhi has been hitting from everywhere on the court tonight, folks. 14 points for him, and it's back to a 1-possession ball game with 7:33 to go.
You'd like to see him get more touches. It's because he has been shooting the ball at a successful clip today.
Flegel kicks it to Clace in the corner off the back of the rim and rebounded by a President. Looks like that one was Stone. And it is still Stone who has it by the student section. Drives inside and has it tied up by Byram Luco. Possession arrow favors the team in orange, so it's Waynesburg ball. Checking in now for both teams. Resnick in for W&J. Out is Mitch Locker. In for Waynesburg, Christian Caroli and Thomas Ellis. Checking out Kenny Clace and Byram Luco. Just over 7 minutes to go. Waynesburg clinging to a 3-point lead. If the Jackets win 4 of their last 5, they will hold their first 500 record since the 05-06 season. In fact, the team will have a winning record, 13-12 it would be. Caroli almost mishandles the pass from Flegel. A heater with 12 seconds to shoot. Now 8 to shoot. Ellis around to Durham. Durham from 25 feet. That one bounces in and out. And it's W&J ball. Another defensive rebound by Nick Stone. Belhi pulls up for 3. That one goes in and out and off the glass. Almost identical to B.J. Durham's 3 on the other end.
Yeah, each of those look good out of the hand. Just couldn't quite find the net. Tip ball, turnover. Brett Ruben Goldstein.
And Ruben Goldstein crosses midcourt himself. 6:20 to go. W&J still down by 3. Stone with it. At the elbow. Kicks it across to Resnick. Resnick, after one dribble, the shot no good from 18 feet. And Waynesburg again in possession. 6:05 and counting. Durham looks over to head coach Mark Christner and gets a sign. Now it's Ellis with it. He spins toward the middle. And it's an offensive foul. Ellis charges. It was Resnick there who got the body in the perfect place. 17 fouls now for Waynesburg, 8 for W&J, but because it was an offensive foul, W&J will not shoot free throws this time. 5:55 left. Waynesburg up 3, 65-62. It's been a tightly contested game. This the 100th meeting between W&J and Waynesburg. And Durham commits a foul. This time it will be free throws ensuing for the Presidents. Doug Johnson will go to the line for a 1-and-1. 18 fouls now for the visiting Jackets. So Doug Johnson can't single-handedly tie the score here from the free throw line, but he can chip away at it. We've been slated at 65-62 for quite some time now. First shot of the 1-and-1 is good. Johnson will get a second free throw. Looks like one of our officials is having a conversation with a couple of players. He talked to Christian Caroli, also exchanged words with Doug Johnson there. Johnson is second of 2 upcoming. And at his home court, he gets the friendly membership roll, making it a 1-point game, and a full timeout is taken by W&J. With 5:44 to go and Waynesburg leading 65-64, we'll take a quick break here on the PAC Sports Network.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this. There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
For 3 generations, Sharps Furniture has been proud to serve Southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the US of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharps carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharps Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA.
65-64 with just under 6 minutes to play. Here in a game featuring the 4th best team in the conference, W&J, and the 6th ranked team, Waynesburg.
Another game going down to the wire. Keep an eye on that St. Vincent Teal score. Last we heard of 72-71 up in Greenville. That's a team, St. Vincent, that hasn't lost a conference game in a long time.
I believe it would be their first conference loss in 21 or 22 games for St. Vincent, maybe even more than that. 10 seconds to shoot, 5:20 to play. Probst spins and puts up a leaner, no good. And now a 1-point game, W&J, chance to take the lead here. It would be the first time the Presidents have led in about 10, maybe even 12 minutes unofficially. Offensive foul called on Resnick as he was trying to set a screen on Christian Caroli to allow Alex Lamondola to get past. And it's Waynesburg ball. That's the 8th team foul for W&J. Both teams have committed a total of 18 fouls in this half. Under 5 minutes now to play. Caroli with it. Now to Flegel, ball fake, steps in, 18-footer, good.
He hits everything, and he's been hitting everything all night long. Jacob Flegel, 8 and 9 from the field, perfect from the free throw line, perfect from range, 22 points.
If you're a Waynesburg fan that's been asking for Jacob Flegel to shoot more, you're certainly getting what you've asked for tonight. But a foul will send Alex Lamondola to the free throw line, that one committed by Christian Caroli. That's Caroli's 3rd foul. 4:37 to go. Lamondola to the line for a 1-and-1. Free throw up, no good. Probst tries to grab the rebound. Resnick there to steal it away. He misses, gets his own rebound, misses again. This time Probst swats it out, and it goes out of bounds on the sideline right in front of the W&J bench.
Well, Resnick surprised Probst by grabbing that ball, stealing that ball away from him, and it's a good recovery by Probst to know where he was on the court and contest both of those shot opportunities.
Doug Johnson open on the far side of the court, puts up a floater, it's good. Doug Johnson gets the little runner in the paint to go. 11 points for him now, and it's back to a 1-point game.
I'll keep an eye on number 10 here in orange. He's got the hot hand for Waynesburg. I think you try and feed him somewhere on the court to get another shot off.
Luco, a long two, no good, but he grabs his own rebound and he finishes.
Oh my, Byram Luco streaking in after the miss while everyone else was watching it sit on the rim. He, like a blur from the free throw line, comes in, cleans up his own mess, and gets hacked along the way. Terrific play.
Outstanding play by Luco. He'll go to the line. It's 69-66 with 4:04 to go. Luco, a chance for the old school three-point play. He now has 10 total today and will make it 11. Back to a two-possession ball game here as we approach the final 4 minutes of the contest. Johnson running the point for W&J. Even the Waynesburg faithful here are coming alive, competing with that W&J student section. They call this the I-79 rivalry in football. Both sides are being supported in full force tonight as Belhai attempts a three, no good. Rebounded by Lamondola, who misses the putback, and then it's grabbed by Luco for the Jackets. Durham sets up the offense. Probst has it now, 22 seconds to shoot. He spins now, kicks to Luco. 15-footer, around the rim, no good. No acrobatic play by Luco, this time to grab his own rebound and finish. So it's W&J ball. 3:10 to go. Belhai wants it now. He's fouled by Luco, who says he got all ball and hands the ball right back to the official. That's Luco's third. Belhai will go to the line for 2 as Waynesburg has now committed 10 team fouls. Belhai has 14 points so far today. Misses the first of 2. Clace checking in. Coleman will come out for the Yellow Jackets, who lead by 4 with 3:10 left. Belhai's second, good. Back to a 1-possession game now. Clace with it. Over to Durham. Waynesburg in no hurry with this 3-point lead. Luco around to Clace. Now back to the top of the arc. Flegel has it. He leads all scorers tonight with 22. Off the screen from Probst, 8 to shoot. Probst gets it at the top of the arc. Now 5 to shoot. Steps in, tough shot, and he bangs it. Jason Probst is feeling it now. 14 for him.
Boy, huge shot. Stepping up, Jason Probst knocking down a long jump shot.
Great move by Resnick to put up the shot, but it's no good. He'll go to the line for 2. Resnick trying to shift his body in midair and finish with the right hand as he was falling down toward the ground away from the hoop, but he couldn't do so. And head coach Mark Christner of the Yellow Jackets takes a full timeout. We promised you it would be exciting. We're getting what we promised. Right now, Waynesburg leads 72-67 with 2:26 to go. Stay with us for the conclusion of this game after a word from our sponsors here on the PAC Sports Network.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this. There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Bankruptcy myths. Busted.
Bankruptcy is just another word for failure. It's for deadbeats.
The typical person filing for bankruptcy is 38, middle class, and educated. Over 90% of bankruptcies are traceable to job loss, illness, or divorce, factors largely out of anyone's control.
Myth. Busted. Bankruptcy myths. Busted. Brought to you by Foster Law Offices. Call today to schedule a free consultation and sleep better tonight.
72-67 is the score with 2:26 to go. Waynesburg has a 5-point lead over the host Presidents. This is surely going to be an exciting finish, but Justin Piles, it might not be the most exciting finish in the PAC tonight.
St. Vincent and Teal in overtime right now. 1-point game from what we're looking at on the live stats. 77-76. St. Vincent leads, and that's a Teal team that's traditionally tough to play against no matter where you go. And maybe a little bit of a down year record-wise for Teal. Just 7-10, 4-7 in the PAC. St. Vincent, everybody knows about all their streaks, where they're sitting in the conference up on top and have not lost a conference game in over a year. That's one to keep an eye on. 3 minutes to go in overtime at that one.
The defending conference champions could fall tonight. Here at W&J, we may see W&J fall out of 4th place depending on a few other things that happen outside of this game, as Waynesburg leads by 4 points with 2 minutes to go. Durham has it, 10 to shoot. Probst now with it with 5 to shoot. Over to Clace. Clace, 3, 2 to shoot, and he finishes with the runner. Waynesburg has needed to make some tough shots. W&J is playing great defense here late in this second half, but every single time the Jackets are tested, they come through with another big bucket. 6-point lead.
Yeah, very tough shots.
Over the back foul called on Bell High. Is that what we've got here? I think it is, and it's a double bonus both ways. The foul is called on Bell High, and that will send Waynesburg to the charity stripe with 1:30 to go.
Well, this will be one of the easier offensive possessions for Waynesburg. We have the place leaner there. A couple moments before that, the long Probst jumper as the shot clock was winding down, and then the Luco, who's at the free throw line right now, cleaning up his own miss with a nice putback. Streaking in from the 3-point line. So Waynesburg's had to really work for all of their points on the last few possessions as Luco sinks that first one and increases the lead up to 7.
Flegel in, Coleman in for Waynesburg. Out is Ellis, and out is Durham. Also checking out is Lamandola, and re-entering for W&J is Tyler Haas. The Presidents need a win tonight to stay in 4th place in the conference. The top 4 teams in the conference get a home game in the first round. Second of 2 is good for Luco. 76-68, 1:20 to go. Waynesburg could get its first season sweep of W&J under head coach Mark Christner with a win. 3-pointer good by Brett Ruben Goldstein. And it's back down to a 5-point game. Full timeout taken by W&J head coach Glenn Gutierrez.
Now we'll keep it right here for the time being. 1:12 to go. 5-point game. This has been fun, intense, you name it. Pick the adjective. It's been everything that you would want in a basketball game, I think. We've seen some great shots, particularly down the stretch, some big plays, some maybe unsung heroes or would-be heroes, depending on how this game goes. You're looking at Jacob Flegel right now, 22 points. He's having a terrific night, leading all scores. 8 of 9 from the field, 3 of 3 from 3, 3 of 3 from the stripe. And Jason Probst also coming alive. After a very quiet start to this game, he has 14 points. Byram Luco, 13 points right now for Waynesburg. On the other side, Nate Belhigh, Mike Resnick, Doug Johnson, all in double figures for the Presidents. Really like the way both teams really battling here, but especially Waynesburg here on the road. They have the student section across the way, maybe giving them a little bit of a hard time, a little bit of grief. And they have their business faces on right now. They're ready. They're trying to seal up this victory.
They call it the I-79 rivalry here in the PAC, at least in football. The basketball version of the rivalry is historic on the men's side. This is the 100th meeting between the two teams. W&J leads the series 56-43. Most recently, though, it was Waynesburg earlier this season in January, winning by 6 points. And it looks like that's where we're headed right now, with Waynesburg leading by 5, but anything can happen here in the final minute 12 as W&J now choosing to go with a full court press. It looks like a 1-3-1 zone from the Presidents. Flegel has it. Now Durham trying to break the press, and they do. Luco had a chance to skip it across. Now Durham over to Flegel. No hurry for the Jackets. 20 seconds to shoot.
And that was the right play there, I think. Want some more time. W&J not in a hurry to foul, and now they'll definitely play defense. 15 to shoot for Waynesburg, so plenty of time still. 48 on the game clock.
Coleman has it. 7 to shoot. Probst with the ball fake. Kicks it out to Durham, who launches the 3 off the front of the rim. Ball tipped around. Flegel gets there. Fresh shot clock. 1 second differential, but wait, we've got a turnover. A lot of loose possession. Nobody has it. Probst still can't get it. He pounces on it, and a foul is called. No, a timeout is taken by the Yellow Jackets, and that could do it. What great hustle by both teams to try to get possession of the basketball. Probst pounced on it, and Christner got the timeout in. Possession with Waynesburg. 27 seconds to go, leading by 5, and we've got a player down on the court. Can't quite identify the number. Might be Tyler Haas who's down.
I think you're right.
Haas was in that big scrum around midcourt trying to fight for that oh-so-precious basketball here in the waning moments of this contest.
Boy, huge potential turn of events there. If it's W&J ball, right now it's a 2-possession game. W&J ball very easily could be a 1-possession game. Fast break layup at the other end, but with Probst falling on that ball, essentially a lineman attacking a football, falling on a football, you're looking at Waynesburg up 5 and W&J needing to foul now with the shot clock off. 27 seconds remain in this game, so huge turn of events, and good job by Jason Probst channeling his inner football player falling on that loose ball.
Both teams have committed 10 fouls here in the second half, so if there is a foul committed by the Presidents, it will send Waynesburg to the line for 2, and that means the free throw shooter will have a chance to make it a 3-possession ball game and virtually put it out of reach here in the final 30 seconds or less of this game.
Inside a minute to go in overtime. Teal up on St. Vincent by 1, 81-80. Interesting.
A lot of exciting basketball being played around the PAC tonight. Here we've got a pretty exciting finish by 2 teams separated by about 20 miles of terrain on I-79.
We've got a lot of fouls in that St. Vincent game. 4 players have already fouled out, 2 on both sides, as you would maybe expect from an overtime game, and a few others with 4 fouls. But back here, we're ready to go. 27 seconds on the clock. Waynesburg inbounding.
Flegel having trouble getting it in, and it's a 5 count. That's the best possible outcome for W&J there. Waynesburg couldn't get the ball in, and it's President's ball. Great defense by W&J.
Now you're looking to play defense. It's almost as if Probst didn't come up with that ball. No time came off the clock.
The only thing that lacks there, though, Justin, is the potential for a breakaway layup that they almost had. The ball got knocked around mid-court.
I think they're looking at resetting the clock because the ball was thrown inbounds, even though there was a 5 count. Once the ball was thrown in, maybe half a second.
I think you're about
came
right.
off the clock.
I think it said 27.2. They've put 27.2 back on the scoreboard. Yep. So about a half second came off, and it's since been replaced with the Presidents bringing the ball in their backcourt. Doug Johnson hurries it up the court. 23 seconds to go. The shot clock is turned off. With it is Ruben Goldstein. He hit a 3 a couple of moments ago. He pulls up for the long tray and drains it. Ruben Goldstein has made it a 2-point game, 76-74. A W&J timeout stops the clock with 16 seconds to go, and it's a full timeout.
Whoa, ice water. Pull up 3, knocks it down. 2-point game now. And, well, you don't like to hear it. That changes everything because it's such a cliche, but that changes everything. 3-pointer there in that situation. Now W&J, even if they foul Waynesburg, Waynesburg's really going to have to step up at the free throw line and make some big free throws here.
Foul shots are going to be crucial here if W&J does intend to go for the foul. Perhaps they'll go for another 5 count. That worked pretty effectively on the far sideline on the last possession. But don't be surprised to see Thomas Ellis check into the game now for the Yellow Jackets. He's the team's leading free throw shooter, shooting about 80%. Some other good shooters, Jacob Flegel about 75%. Kenny Clace about 73%. And also B.J. Durham, who's up around 79%. All of those players shoot free throws very well for Waynesburg. In right now for the Jackets, among the best free throw shooters, Flegel and Durham in. Ellis is not. 16 seconds to go. Flegel does get it in. And a foul is called as Luco tries to get the basketball. Ruben Goldstein was going in for the steal. I thought he might have gotten it knocked out of bounds last touch by Flegel, but instead, Flegel has a chance to put Waynesburg up again by 2 possessions.
Luco 67% from the line, 4 of 5 tonight.
It is Luco to the line, 15 seconds to go. About 1 second came off the clock, actually 0.8 of a second off the clock there. Big free throws for the Jackets. First one good by Byram Luco. Luco's played an outstanding game so far. 13 points for him. W&J student section as loud as ever. A critical free throw from Luco. And the junior connects. It's a 4-point game.
WJ gonna have to hurry.
Doug Johnson up the floor. 11 seconds. He runs in and is fouled. In the act of shooting, he'll go to the line for 2. 10.5 seconds left.
Well, he's in the act of shooting, but he ended up pinning that ball down by his left hip. I don't know that if he's not fouled, I don't know that he gets a shot or any type of look up there. So definitely bailed out by the foul. And it's a call that had to be made there. But if he was not fouled or in the eyes of the official, he just swallowed the whistle, I don't know what the quality of shot he was going to get up with the ball down by his hip.
Well, regardless if it's a shooting foul or not, both teams in the double bonus here, so Johnson would shoot 2 regardless.
Correct.
He makes the first. Chance to trim it back down to a 2-point lead. Free throw shooting so important in these waning moments of contests, and Johnson comes through with a couple. 78-76 with 10.4 to go. W&J takes a timeout. They have 2 remaining.
30-second timeout by W&J. Checking on these other scores real quick. We already mentioned Thomas More defeated Geneva earlier tonight, 81-71. Bethany a winner, 74-58 over Waynesburg. And still keeping an eye on this Teal St. Vincent game. It's a 1-point game still. Teal still leading. Waiting for my live stats to reload here. It says 16 seconds left in that game, so we'll keep an eye on that.
One could come down to the final possession, as could this game. W&J going full court, man-to-man. Flegel to bring it in. He gets it into E.J. Coleman, who is immediately fouled. A second comes off the clock. 9.2 remaining. Foul committed there by Alex Lamendola.
President's foul at number 2, Alex Lamendola.
Coleman has not been to the free throw line tonight.
A couple of so important free throws upcoming for E.J. Coleman, who is 26 and 35 thus far this season. The first of 2 is good for E.J. Coleman. Into the game, Jake Swan checking out Lamendola, who fouled Coleman and sent him to the line. Coleman's second free throw. Good. And the Jackets up 80-76 with 9 seconds left. Johnson gets it. He has to hurry. 6 seconds to go. Pulls up for 3. Johnson off the rim. Durham chasing there. He lets it go out of bounds. The clock stops with 2 seconds to go. And the Yellow Jackets are 2 seconds away from their first season sweep of W&J in quite some time. It's like we've got some pushing and shoving. E.J. Coleman involved with Brett Ruben Goldstein. And this is not the way you want to end a PAC game. Got a whistle, a lot of conversation going on.
Now hold on here. If it's
a technical foul against Waynesburg, that will really reshape the structure of this game.
Yeah, if it's not an offsetting technical foul, I thought we were going to maybe get technicals or whistles both ways, but if this just goes one way and they just...
Certainly a lot of jawing going on between both of those players. It looked like Coleman was trying to walk away and Ruben Goldstein approached him. Maybe you saw something different, Justin. I don't want to speculate, but we'll see what happens when these officials make this very important decision in the course of this game. Coaches being called over to the scorer's table. It's currently 80-67 with 1.8 seconds to go. And it looks like the game out at Teal doesn't want to end, does it? Because we're in double overtime now with Teal and St. Vincent tied at 82 apiece. The second overtime period is about to commence.
And with Teal leading by 2, Dylan Stith making a shot with 2 seconds to go in that overtime period. So we'll head to a second overtime.
And it looked like Stith, according to these live stats, had a chance to win the game with a free throw after making that jumper with 2 seconds to go, but didn't. And that's what sent it into double overtime.
Must have picked up a shot and picked up a foul on the shot, a chance for a 3-point play, couldn't convert it, and they'll head to a second overtime. We're trying to sort out what's going on here, and it looks like Waynesburg and W&J will get free throws, so Jacob Flegel to the line.
Flegel will get 2. Then the Presidents will shoot 2. Flegel misses that one. Flegel's second. Good. Jacob Flegel now has a game-high 23. On the other end, W&J now to shoot free throws, down 5. And it's Doug Johnson to take the attempts. Johnson from the free throw line shoots 70% this season. First one, in and out. Johnson's second is good. So both teams go 1 for 2, and that means the margin is still the same, 4 points. Why is that significant? Because it's a 2-possession ball game.
And Waynesburg basketball, so we're basically at the same position we would be if there was no technical called.
Ball comes into Coleman, and a foul is called. It stops the clock with a fraction of a second to go.
Now 0.2 seconds to go. That's not going to be enough time for a comeback for W&J, so we'll have some free throws upcoming just to polish off some things.
So the exciting finish a bit diminished there a moment ago by the offsetting technical fouls, but Waynesburg still going to walk out of W&J with a season sweep of the Presidents. Coleman's first of 2, no good. Last free throw, just a chance to add to the final margin of victory for Waynesburg. And he makes it, 82-77. Ball comes inbound to Ruben Goldstein, and that will do it. Waynesburg sweeps W&J in PAC play with a final here, 82-77. Waynesburg led at halftime, led for most of the second half, and came out victorious here in a game where the team was led by Jacob Flegel in scoring with 23.
Yeah, very entertaining game, very intense game. We saw the intensity there in the final minute, but hard victory earned by the Yellow Jackets, and one that they'll certainly remember, and maybe will be a catalyst after a tough stretch of basketball that they've seen over the last couple of weeks. You always like to be playing your best in February. At the end of February, you have the conference tournament, and that's really what you're looking for out of your basketball program going down the stretch.
Waynesburg improves to 10-11 overall, 5-7 in the conference. W&J falls to 11-10 overall and 6-6 in the conference, and is potentially on the verge of falling out of the top 4 in the PAC. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back to name our Foster Law Office's Player of the Game here on the PAC Sports Network.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAd Productions. TimeAd Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timadproductions.com.
Waynesburg victorious over W&J for the second time this season, 82-77. And it was made possible by a 23-point performance from Waynesburg's junior, Jacob Flegel.
Yeah, fantastic game by Jacob Flegel. Pulling up his stats real quick. 8 of 9 from the field, 3 of 3 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Fantastic job shooting the basketball by him, and give it up to the rest of the Yellow Jackets down the stretch. Had to make some tough shots, had the shot clock winding down on a couple of occasions. Saw Jason Probst maybe outside of his comfort zone. Long two-pointer, knocked it down. We saw Byram Luco attack the rim following a missed jumper by him. He knocked it down. Kenny Clace, the nice leaner as the shot clock wound down. EJ Coleman, BJ Durham, a couple of clutch three-pointers. Great, we talk about team efforts, but this was really a team effort, team win for W&J. Tough game on the road for them, and to come out of the Henry Memorial Center with a victory. Hats off to Coach Mark Christner and his troops. W&J in a losing effort. Nate Belhigh with 15 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. He did a fantastic job, particularly early on, and it seemed like W&J maybe went away from him just a little bit in the second half, but still big game from him regardless. And Mike Resnick, 14 points, 7 rebounds. Those were the really the leaders for W&J offensively tonight.
Final note for Waynesburg, only 9 turnovers, W&J only 10, a relatively clean game in that category after a very clean first half. Congratulations to Jacob Flegel, our Foster Law Office's player of the game, and to the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets, winners over W&J, 82-77. And now the Jackets are in position to win 3 of their final 4 games and have their first above 500 record since the 05-06 season.
So if they win 3 of their last 4,
that's
first
right.
time over 500. Well, it's been a while, I think.
Tough road ahead, too, with St. Vincent at the end of the schedule. That would be the loss that you would project, possibly, and that would mean wins over some other teams, including Teal, who's giving St. Vincent a run for its money right now.
Yeah, double overtime game right now between those schools. It's a tough conference. It's really showing that the middle of the conference is really starting to rise up a little bit and show their strength. And it'll be fun tournament time. Look for maybe an upset or two come tournament time, but that's down the road. Our next broadcast will be on Saturday at Bethany with the Teal Tomcats, who are in overtime right now with St. Vincent. Teal and Bethany, Saturday afternoon, should be good. A rivalry game, a more current rivalry. Some of the rivalries around the conference are a little bit older, but this is more of a newer rivalry from the last 3 or 4 years or so, with both teams being in some meaningful conference games over the last few seasons, because there are a couple of the more successful men's programs in the conference.
Well, thank you, Justin, for working with us here tonight, and also Kate Edwards, our camera person for the evening. Fantastic job all around. I'm Nick Farrell signing off. The final score one last time, Waynesburg 82, W&J 77. Thanks for watching the PAC Sports Network.